Hey everyone, it's the Golden State Picker Mike. I got it right. The first video. This is the first video after the name change. All right, so there might be some rideshare reseller videos that are still kind of in there, but we're just going to run with it. We're just going to put videos up, have a good time, let you see what I got, let you see what I sold, and just chit chat and do everything. No, until we can get everything smoothed out, it'll be kind of mismatched for a couple weeks, but we'll just run with it. Today's Saturday. Finally, we had a good day garage selling, which was really good. So we'll go over some of that. We'll go over some sold items, and we'll just chit chat as we go along the way, that kind of thing. You know, it's funny. It's funny. I'm just starting to think now. It's like this last week, for example, I played some golf. Wednesday, I took half a day. Friday, I kind of took half a day. Kind of went to Savers. That was about it. So I'm starting to slow down a little bit. I'm not trying to push it as hard as I have, and I'm feeling good about that. I'm not grinding it out as much. Summer's here. I'm going to try and enjoy the summer and concentrate on the good stuff. I think you're going to see that I found some pretty decent stuff today, and I sold some pretty decent stuff. So you're going to see my numbers have picked back up. So I am now sitting really close to the number I like to sit at. And surprising, just surprising. But I've had a couple of really nice sales. You'll see those on the sales side. My average selling price is at its highest right now. My average selling price per item is running at $75. So I cannot complain about that. It means every time I sell an item on average, it's selling for $75. So that's really good. All right, you know, so we'll just keep plugging along and, you know, just take it easy. I just want to just kind of let's get back to this. Let's talk this. It's kind of where we always talk about, right? You want to be an entrepreneur, and then you make your own schedule. You know, you can burn it for 2 weeks, and then all of a sudden you say, you know what? I'm going to go golfing on this day, golfing on that day. I'm going to slow down here and list and post and do some things, that kind of stuff. That's invaluable. You cannot put a price on that. You hear it over and over. I will tell you it's 100% true. And there's a lot of you guys out there who are resellers, and you already know that, and some of you who don't. The freedom is, you just can't measure that. It's really freeing overall. So push for that. You know, get to where you're doing this full time, and you'll be amazed at how much freedom you have and how much it can be to your advantage. All right. All right, well, let's take a look at some of the things we got today. All right, let's take a peek. We're going to start off with some of my bread and butter kind of stuff. Albums. Look at that. This lady had some albums, and it was late in the day, so to show you, you can still find albums. These aren't great albums. There's one in here that I really like because it's really in good condition, but we'll flash through some of them. There's the band Asia. Okay, Asia is a compilation of Steve Howe, Jeffrey Downs, John Wetton, and Carl Palmer. So like a progressive super group, and they had a big hit back in the 80s, I think it was. Everybody should know Earth, Wind, and Fire. Nice little album. I've got another one, Kansas, 2 for the Show. I love Kansas. Saw Kansas 3 times. An amazing band. And this is their live album. Should get me pretty good money. I paid for all these albums $5. So I think there's 8 of them. I think I got 7. Is there 7? I got 7 for $5. That's cool. Who doesn't like Marvin Gaye, huh? Marvin Gaye, greatest Motown hits right here. This one's probably not worth a ton of money, but I just liked it. The Commodore's greatest hits. The Commodores, people forget them. They had a lot of hits, you know, with Lionel Richie. So that's a good album. I'll save the best one for last. And always a bread and butter is America, and this one's in really good shape. So this America album, you know, will get me easy $25, I think, in the condition that it's in. And then probably a really cool one is only because this cover is in such perfect condition, and people love this cover. This cover is Carly Simon with You're So Vain on it. And this is mint, the whole inside. This is going to be a $35 album, I think, just because of the condition of the cover. So that's some albums that I got. And I got to put those away somewhere where I don't get them damaged. All right. Went to another garage sale. We picked up the entire Gilmore Girls season, 7 of them. There are 7. I'm just going to hold up 3. We paid $14 for all 7. We're not going to make a killing on these, but we are going to make money. So these are going to sell for around 39 bucks, and we'll make, $20 or so. Not a whole lot, but hey, it's a guaranteed sale. Just put them up, wait, and they'll go. All right, let me put those back down here so I don't lose those. Now, interesting. At the same place where I got the Gilmore books, they were giving away free books. Free books, yep, free. So they gave away this one, At the Earth's Core by Edgar Rice Burroughs. Free. And what's so interesting about it is it's a 1922 first edition. So it's a 1922, and if anybody knows who Edgar Rice Burroughs is, Edgar Rice Burroughs is Tarzan. This book will be, it's like somebody leaving this on the ground. You got to think of it that way. $20 to $35. Not a lot, but it's sitting there like a $20 bill, and it was free. I also got several other books free from there. Bread and butters like these here. I think I picked up a total of 5 more books, and those 5 books are going to get me about $60 on Amazon. So, you see a pile of free books and you're an Amazon FBA guy, you're going to look at them. And I did. And yeah, I did scan some. I want to make sure I just didn't want to start taking books. And I have a general idea, but I didn't want to just start taking books and then end up with a whole mess of books. All right. Just going to keep cranking along here. This was cool. Now, I got to this one garage sale. Didn't say it. Funny is back in the day, everybody started their garage sales at 8. And in California, we're so laid back, I guess. We're starting at 9 now. I don't know if they're starting later in your areas, but mine, they're starting at 9 o'clock, some of them. And that can be a pain if you've got some 8 o'clock ones and you can't get to the 9 o'clock and you want to keep going. So lucky for me, because I got almost all my bigger scores here at this one particular one. It was about 8:45 and they were open. So I swung on by and picked up this little doohickey, this little guy. There you go. Nice, huh? Vintage poker chip set. In the box, $5 is what we paid for it. I got to do a little more research because it's kind of interesting. The furniture maker's name is on the back of there, on the bottom. Consider H. Willett, product manufacturer, fine furniture, all walnut. So yeah, it's an all walnut case, okay? So I got to do some research. $5, vintage poker chips. Who knows what they're worth? 50 to 100 in that range, probably somewhere. I wouldn't guess. It just depends. I got to look at them. I did kind of learn something. See, even I, I've only been doing this for 2 years, but I was always curious about Bakelite. Somebody sent me something about Bakelite. And I guess Bakelite was like a log of plastic, and then it was cut and somehow molded. Very cool. And that's the way you can kind of tell Bakelite. These are not Bakelite because they're too thin. They're like a little crispy wafer thin chips. Still very good. But you want to look for like backgammon games in Bakelite and poker chips in Bakelite, that kind of thing. Those can be worth some money. All right, let's keep going. All right, we're going to bounce back and forth. Another garage sale. I picked up a bunch of more of these books here. This is what when I saw these, they're the teacher's edition, and it's Marshall Cavendish, and I got 7 of these, 7, and I paid $8. There was some other ones there, so there was like 20, but I knew that the teacher edition ones were worth some money on Amazon, and they're worth about, overall, they're worth about $120 for the 7 books. I paid $8 for the entire lot. So these are going to go up on Amazon. So again, when we're talking about Amazon FBA, when it comes to books, you're looking at the bins, you're looking at garage sales, you're looking at savers. If you do all of that, you're going to find enough books to make some money, okay? It's when you find the bins that's the key. The bins is the key, I think, to FBA, because that's where you get the 40, 50 that really start to build your inventory. Now once you build your inventory, you're off at the garage sales, the savers, and then you're filling in and you're cherry picking the best of the best right there. Okay, the bins, you just got to go through it and find what you got, and it goes up and you make money, and you find all that ancillary stuff that I talk about that we sell on eBay. So keep plugging if you're starting to do FBA. Hopefully when we get that video up, we'll give you a better idea of just my overall thinking on books. For me, and everybody's different, we got to keep that in mind. Everybody is different when it comes to Amazon FBA. So I'm one way, Reezy Resales is another way, Caleb Roth I think is another way, all that kind of stuff. So keep that in mind. All right, we got something really cool too. We got something, I just saw it, I almost forgot it's down on the ground. It's like I gotta remember it now. We got something real cool. All right, same place where I got the teacher books there, I found these. Now this is super cool. I paid $5 a set. This is Prince Valiant, Hal Foster, and I can't remember the years. It says 69 I think is when these came out. I'm not positive, I have to look that up again. 3-book set, there's 2. That's volume 4 and 6, and this is volume 1 and 3. You know, people just don't know what they have. They leave this stuff out. They think, oh, it's not worth nothing. And this little this 2-set, 3 volumes is going to be $150 easy. It's in absolutely perfect condition. And there was more to this set, as I believe. You can see it's like a cartoon, kind of like early manga, right? Early manga, let's call it. So Prince Valiant by Hal Foster, and I paid $10, and it's at least $150. It's got to be $150 in the condition that this is in. So I got to take really good care of this. And again, another really cool book find. Books, guys, books. All right, where do we keep going? All right, let's do something tiny. Very simple. A tiki mug. My friend Brian is a tiki mug guy. I paid $1 for this, so we'll see if he has it. If he doesn't, it's nothing great. Trader Vic's 2018. But for $1, you know, hey, it's $1. But he collects them, so we'll see if he has it. If he doesn't, it's his. All right, let's put that down. Let's roll into Electronicsville. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pieces of electronics today. So we did really well on electronics. Bread and butter VHS DVD player, $5. Has the manual, doesn't have the remote. So I do have the manual. Okay. So what I'm going to do on this one is get the remote. I'm going to order the remote from eBay. To bundle this together. I have plenty of RCA cords, make a nice little bundle. That will increase the value about $30, I think. So if I spend $7 on a remote, I can get a solid 30 and it'll help this sell. So sometimes you got to do that. If you don't have the remote, you got to buy it off eBay. Just wait, put it up, make some extra money. This is the Samsung one here. I think with the remote, I'm going to get anywhere from 75 to 100 in that range on this guy. All right, let me put her down. All right, we're getting into some heavier ones. This is another $5 one, and not necessarily will I pick this. I should say I wouldn't necessarily pick this up sometimes, but this one was $5. And why? Anytime you get all the gear, the remote, the manual, like we just talked about that, it adds value. So this guy, $5. If you don't have it, it's probably about $40-50. With it all, probably about 75 to 100. It can change that much because now people don't have to go fish the remote. They've got the manual. I believe the antenna's in here. Everything's in here. It's just ready to go. So keep your eye out. This is a Denon, and it's really kind of clean. Nothing great, but again, 75 to 100, easy. All right, I got to put these down, guys. Coming up. This guy at this garage sale, he had 1, 2, 3. I got 4 off of his one garage sale. Got 3, and then he said, hey, I got another one in the garage. So this one was in the garage. Just some of these are heavy. These power supplies, ugh, they are weighing a ton. I'm getting too old. I gotta at least show you it. I gotta show you it. All right. It's a Denon. No remote on this one. This is a Denon right here. Paid 10. Paid 10. With the other ones, wait to see what I paid for those, which was not much. So this one I paid 10. Easy here, easy 100 to 125 on this one. Woo. Oh, what a goofball, huh? Oh my goodness. All right. Let's keep rolling here. All right. Another one. Here we go. I still gotta show you, even though you probably know what it is. I gotta struggle. There it is. Yamaha has a remote. There you go. Almost as far as I'm going on that one. That dude's heavy. That guy's heavy. That's a Yamaha with a remote. Big time. That makes that a $200 unit. $200 unit. Easy 200 bucks on that Yamaha. And I got that Yamaha, these next two items, and the Denon. Okay, I got those for 25, the Denon for 10. That was 35. And then what was the other thing I got? There was one other thing I got that was $5, so it was like 40 bucks for everything. So here we go. The other item I got right here, a Panasonic, and it's got the box, the remote, the manual, everything. It's a DMR. Whenever you see Panasonic with DMR, radar should go up a little bit. It's pretty cool. Panasonic, this one here is records on the DVD side, so it's a DVD recorder. Cool. Right here, $150. Minimum $150 with the box. We'll do some more research. We will definitely test it, put it on the TV. Even though he says everything I bought from him, he says it works. I like that. When you can talk to the first person who holds it, instead of it going from there to savers, that's got some credibility. I know he wants to sell it, but he's not going to sit there and say, oh, you know what, it works and it's just a piece of junk, generally speaking. So that's a good one right there. We're digging deep. Unedited. I let my videos run. I try to. Occasionally I have to, but most of the time, no. There you go. Sony DVD player VCR. This one looks really new, so I have to look this one a little closer. Don't think it's new, but it's like really close to it if it is. And it plays DVD and VHS. And with the box, the remote, and everything else, this is also about $150. Okay? Really cool. All right, let's peek around. All right. I think this is the find of the day. I'm going to show you. I'll try to hold the whole thing up, and then you can go from there, kind of get an idea, and then we'll go over each one kind of individually, kind of show you. Here's what we got. There you go. Probably can't see it very well. Old school football helmets. Have to start showing you, hold a few. All right, take a look at these, huh? How cool are these? There's the New Orleans Saints, and it's got the web netting in it. Look at that, huh? Another one. This one's missing an earpiece, but that's the Atlanta Falcons. These are made by Rawlings. They're called Airflow HNFLs. And some of these can be worth some real good money. So I got an old school Saints, old school Falcons. I even got some baseball ones. Look at this one. A couple of baseball ones. Washington Senators, Atlanta Braves. These aren't quite worth as much, but they've got a little bit of value. Not as much as you think on the batting helmets. 1969, those are from 1969. St. Louis Cardinals. Is that it on that? No, one more. This is a cool one. Look at this one. The Pittsburgh Pirates. That's cool, right? Pittsburgh Pirates. That's old school. Boy, this brings back some memories. I remember these helmets. I love it. I love it. When you find stuff from your era that's cool that you remember. I used to have the Giants one. That was mine. I'm the Giants fan. All right, let's go on to football. These two here, I think, are probably the most valuable in the bunch. Wow, just amazing to me. Clean them up a little bit, but this one is the Philadelphia Eagles, and let me back up a little bit. Philadelphia Eagles, Cincinnati Bengals. Look at the old Bengals logo. It's got a number 84 on the back, the old web netting underneath. Can you imagine people played football with this stuff, right? Or kids or whoever. This is kid size. It doesn't matter because they're going to sell real well. I got to think that a couple of these are going to be over $100 and something easy. I think the Eagles and the Bengal one is definitely gonna garner close to 100 at least. And I think this one does too, because they're just no longer around, so this is cool. Houston Oilers, right? Houston Oilers. Yeah, and there it is, the web netting. How much did I pay for it all? It's on the bag. Let me pull it off. You're gonna laugh, but that's what I paid for it. $9.99 for the whole bag. They just wanted it gone, I guess. They didn't know. I thought it was junk, I guess. It depends who's pricing what sometimes at these places. I just happened to be there, getting pushing out, and there it was. It's very, very cool old school helmets. So that was it. That was today's haul from basically the garage sales and one Savers find, which I had. And that's it. So, good day. Can't complain. Can't complain. Make sure I got everything. All right, up next, let's go straight into what sold. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to show you 5 items that sold. We haven't done, I haven't shot a video actually in 4 or 5 days because I've been a little bit busy playing golf, doing a few things. So we'll go over these pretty quickly here. Up first is the tape. We're going to start off with some golf clubs. Since we just played golf, why not sell some golf clubs? So we got some TaylorMade RAC irons. They were not a complete set. I think it was the 5 through the 9 iron. So there was no pitching wedge. So it made it a little tricky to sell. But I only paid like $9 for the set. We sold it for $119 plus $22.95 shipping. Should go across the bottom there. And up next after that one is the hammer driver. If you watched my golf club video, you probably saw the hammer driver on there, and the hammer driver sold for $79.95. Free shipping on that one, but $79.95. And that one was free shipping because somebody else was in like at 81 or 82 free ship. So instead of drop it, I just pushed that at $79.95, and it sold right away. It fit really nicely in the 2-tube system where you cut it down. All right, remember the old Bible? The old Bible. Well, we put it up for auction and we didn't have no success. So we only had it at $200 starting, and it just didn't bite. That'll usually tell you that you're just a little bit high. So I put it back up for $200 best offer, and it sold right away. It sold for $150. But again, hey, the Bible was in pretty rough condition. Old doesn't mean you're just going to make a ton of money, right? If it was a first edition of that manufacturer or that maker of books, yeah, maybe, but no. Still, $150 from like $6 to $150. You take it all day long, right? All right, now the next 2 big guys. You hopefully will have seen my stereo find. You saw what I can do. You can see what you can do with electronics. Today I got 6 pieces of electronics that are going to get me probably close to $1,000, right? $1,000 for the 6 at least. Okay, so if you watch that video, I had some other stuff on there, and 2 pieces of that sold, which were the 2 vintage pieces. The first one up is the Marantz tuner amplifier, and the 2238B Marantz, and that guy sold for a really nice $395 and $49.95 shipping. So look out for those Marantz. When you see that silver plate, you kind of, radar should go up on all that electronics when you see that. All right, the last one is the Pioneer, which was right next to the Marantz in that video. the Pioneer SA 9500, and it's probably the top of the line of the Pioneer brand from that era, the 70s, 80s. It didn't turn on. Remember, it didn't turn on, but we told you we were going to sell it for parts no matter what, and it would sell, and it sold, I mean, right away. I put it up for $495 plus $49.95 shipping. I took a $425 offer and the $49.95 shipping, parts only, right? So you got to look for some of this stuff. This older electronic stuff is everywhere in this state. I mean, everywhere in this country, not just my state. So keep your eye out for that stuff. Do not be afraid to ship it. If you find a Pioneer or a Marantz or something like that at a super price and you put it up, guess what? You're going to find a way to ship it. You're going to figure it out. When it sells for $400, $500, $600, and you're going, well, how do I ship it? That's the worst of your problems. You just get something and you figure it out. You'll go to the grocery store. You'll go to your local box place and pay $15 for a super nice box. You have to. So anyhow, there you go. The first one for the Golden State Picker. The first one. There might, again, be some ones that say rideshare, but just remember, it's going to be Golden State Picker. It's going to be the same channel. It's going to get better. It's going to get stronger. We're going to have other things happen. It's going to take time. I'm not one to go fast, so just hang in there with me. I really appreciate everybody who watches and hope you learn and get some enthusiasm. The key here is you can do this. Really, truly can. All right, guys? All right, hey, thank you again for watching. I really do appreciate each one of you. Thank you again.